Alright, gonna break down 50-cent lick number 1. This is the very first one. If you go to my band's website, the link is in the description, you can purchase for 50 cents a backing track, a transcription of the lick. The backing track plays at 3 different speeds, 2 times each, twice slow, then medium, and then twice fast, and there's a count off for each one. As always, you should practice this with a metronome, slowly build it up to speed, and then try to execute it with the track. So let's get started. So lick number 1 is in G minor, and what we're doing in the very first part is we're just basically sliding up kind of through the scale, kind of diagonally. So I'll play it a little slower. It's all pretty much just diatonic. It's either pentatonic. I'm sort of picturing like a G minor 7 arpeggio for at least part of it. Kind of moving up to the 9 into the next into the tappy part in just a second. So for the tappy part, I'm going to use basically my middle finger and ring finger for it. I tend to occasionally drop my pick out of my couple fingers and tap sort of Eddie Van Halen style, but for a lick like this, I like to keep the pick in my fingers normal and then tap with these fingers, that way I can switch right back to alternate picking. So for this tappy part, it's a lot of fourths with the tap. In other words, I'm just tapping kind of parallel frets as I'm moving down. This is 6 tuplets. It's pretty quick at this speed, so again, practice with a metronome, build it up over time until you've got it, up to speed. Maybe focus on playing along with the track at the slower tempos first, where you really start to feel comfortable, and then start to speed it up. Remember, with any kind of idea, if you can execute it cleaner, it's gonna sound way cooler. It's not just about the speed of things. So that's about half of the lick. Then from here, I'm basically picturing, well, first part just going CAC, hammer on, or pull off hammer on, into a slide up the neck. I'm basically picturing like an F major triad, but I'm ditching or getting rid of the major third for a 9, basically making it like a sus2, and then sliding into, basically I'm thinking of it as G minor. There we go. With just a little hammer-on pull-off idea. If you're not familiar with triads, if you're a little rusty on triads, triads are a huge part of both rhythm and lead guitar. You might not necessarily play the triad verbatim, but being able to visualize where the triad's at, understanding how that triad interacts with the chord in the background, that the rest of the band is playing, is really important to coming up with, interesting sounding lines. Next part is just a little chromatic. And again, I'm kind of picturing like I'm going chromatically down, and I'm kind of picturing that F major triad. Again, I'm going to use open strings. I love using open strings to help me move from one portion of the neck to the neck, from one portion of the neck to the next. So that open string just helps me get down to grab that C note, CDC over here. Now I could have obviously maybe grabbed it on the 4th string, but I like the timbre or the tone of the notes. They sound a little bit subtly different when you're played on a thicker or thinner string. So, and then you got the ending, just a little kind of, I'm thinking of it as like a G minor, kind of pentatonic idea. And then sliding out at the end. I like to slide out at the end. It's kind of fun. So from the So that's sort of the end of the lick. I think it probably makes logical sense when you're first learning it to break it into two pieces. You've got kind of the first section, and then practice the second part. As you're getting ready to play along with the track. So I'll play the whole lick again, nice and slow. Remember that there's hammer-ons and pull-offs. Try to make sure that you don't rush them or play them too fast. Same thing with slides. Again, practice with a metronome. So that's lick number 1. Thank you for checking out the video. Again, if you look in the description, you can see a link to go to the band's website where you can purchase the transcription of the lick and the backing track for 50 cents. Thank you for watching, and please hit like and subscribe and all that YouTube nonsense to help the channel grow. Take it easy.